Paul Zaffuto with us here on the John Mendola Show, Pittston area. It seems like we do this every year. You're hoping that this 2025 season's a little bit more special.
Always hoping to be special, but I'm just glad to be back. But every year you ask us, we appreciate it. Love to be here with the king.
The hair just seems like it gets better every year. I don't know how you keep it going, but
well, it's not going to be lasting too much longer.
No.
Pal. You got to appreciate it while it's still there.
That's true. Let's talk about the start to the season here for 2025. Yeah. Great weather to start. Now we get into that cold stretch like normal, but let's talk about here the first few weeks.
The first few weeks have been going amazing, actually. I mean, the best part about it is that we've lost one starter from last year, so the returning group really understands the way that we want to play, and they're really actually a huge benefit to have this year because they're really acting like coaches on the field towards our younger players. I mean, for the first time ever, we've had a JV program that's instilled because we just have so many talented young kids that are coming on up that it's just hard to let go and not pay attention to. But our guys are doing a really good job taking them under their wing, teaching them the game. And that doesn't mean we still don't have a lot of things to learn ourselves, but it's just nice to know to be stepping on the field this early and seeing things that you might see later on in the season happening right now.
These particular group of kids have had success through their baseball career at a young age.
Yeah.
But there's been some stings the last couple of years. Let's face it. It's,
a lot of stings.
You get in there and it's, oh man, what the heck's going on? But there's talented teams all over.
Sure.
And you guys have run into a couple buzzsaws when you get to that playoffs. But let's talk about,
3 in a row, bud.
Yeah.
Selinsgrove got us 3 years in a row, and it was really just one guy that I thought really got us, a little lefty center fielder.
Yeah.
I can remember it like it's nothing. 3 years ago, he hit a home run to beat us. 2 years ago, he threw a runner out at the plate, and last year he baffled us on the mound. This year they dropped down to 4A, so we don't even get a chance to get a little bit of redemption in there. But yeah, no, we were right there, right on the cusp. And last year we ended up winning our district because we beat Abington. But I mean, it still wasn't as sweet as we would like to be celebrating on PNC Field. But that's the goal this year.
And we know, we still got some talented teams here in District 2 and what those challenges are. But let's talk about the hunger with this group. It's like, hey, we need to prove to ourselves that we could take that next step, whatever that step is, whether it's a playoff win, another step, a step down the road, but it's one step at a time. That's what we always say.
Well, again, the thing with us is we're not trying to prove anything to anybody. We know what we can accomplish. It's just you need a little bit of luck. We need health. Last year we weren't as healthy as we wanted to be. We got Elijah, our big guy, back midway through the season, but he wasn't nearly as what he should have been because of the injury. But he gave it the best that he could do. And this year, we started without our starting center fielder, Dami Emirati. Broke his ankle during wrestling. We're just working him back in now, and we were dangerous without him, so I can't wait to see how we're going to be with him. But you need that luck. You need everything to go your way, and when you get in the big game, one little mistake could hurt us, and that's what our kids are really understanding right now, that it's got to be, not perfection, but it's got to be if you do make a mistake, you got to be able to pick it up and do something positive right afterwards.
And sometimes when you have that experience coming back, you still need some of the young bucks, so to speak, to push those guys. Like, hey, don't get complacent here. We got some young up and coming talent too. So talk about some of the younger players. Are there guys still vying for some spots there?
Yeah, really. We teased Dami on the way back that his younger brother Nick took over in center field. We call him the Worm now, and or the Gronk, and he's made 2 big plays so far for us this year, diving catches out in center field, and we turn around and we look at Dom, we're like, you might have lost your spot out there, bud. I mean, the kids are razzing him just a little bit, but his younger brother's really putting a little bit of pressure. I mean, Dom's still the man. But as far as our lineup goes right now, I think we're settled into our 9, and then we have 2 or 3 guys off the bench that could really pop in at any time. And we're running about 13 solid out there, but we probably have about 21 legit high school players, where a normal team might have, 6, 7, and then you're trying to find those last 2. I think we've got a little more than the normal high school team.
What is it about this team that you think you're dangerous both offensively and defensively? It's a well-rounded team.
Yeah, I think yesterday, for example, we faced one of the best pitchers we're going to see all year in Bodker at Wilkes-Barre, and we basically won the game with our base running. That was an aspect of the game that, our kids got great jumps off of them. I mean, we didn't have a lot of hits, but when he allowed us to get on base by a hit by pitch or a walk, we stole second, we took third, we moved runners when we had to. We did the little things that made us what we are. And the base running, I think, really helped us because we were on second base before you know it. And again, to steal against their pitcher and their catcher wasn't an easy task. But I mean, just the knowledge of the jumps, the leads that we were taking, the reads that they were getting on his move, it kind of separated us from the average team that you're going to see out there.
You guys already faced Hazleton with Kanzler, and they are huge school.
Yeah.
Talented team. He develops it well there. It's
develops it amazing every year. I mean, 6 years in a row, he's the Wyoming Valley Conference champion. I mean, he's winning the district like crazy. You always got a Division I arm that's coming out there. And we went up to Hazleton, and again, it was a battle, but we came up on top. And anytime you could do that against a Russ team, that's saying something for us. And again, we played Abington right down to the wire. We got the best of them this time. I said we were going to have to see them again. But, when we play the big dogs, we've handled ourselves like we would expect to handle ourselves late in the season, but we did it early. Now we got to continue it and just get better every day.
You got a lot of years under your belt, experience to know, okay, what do we got to do different? Is it much different, or is just something, as you say, a little bit of luck as far as the practices and what you're trying to do? And you always have a big coaching staff. So let's talk a little bit about, the kind of conversation you have with your coaching staff and with the guys after last year. What do we need to do for this year? Is it much different, or is we just got to keep grinding and good luck's going to find our way?
Well, one thing that I found out over the years is that camaraderie is basically everything, and I keep trying to stress to them that in the beginning I don't think that we had that close-knit best friend type of thing, but now the guys are playing cards together every night. They're shooting each other with water guns. They're chasing each other around. It just seems to me like, again, we got team dinners like what we're doing now. We just scheduled the team dinner for tomorrow after the game. Our parents club is outstanding. They support us with everything that we do, but when they're pulling for each other, it's unreal. And we actually didn't have enough uniforms for the kids on our team this year, so we invited our JVs to come into the dugout with us, and we gave them a sweatsuit. But we look at the dugout sometimes, and there's 41 guys in the dugout that are cheering. And even on the away games, we can't travel with that many because the bus only fits our 26 guys that are on a team, and we can't squeeze any more in. But they're traveling to the away games, and they're in there supporting too. So, it's really something that I haven't seen so far in the 27 years that I'm here.
Developing arms, you have some arms, but you could always use one or two more, or something happens along the way. Talk about that, that pitching, and just trying to hope that you can keep it at a high level.
Yeah, well, again, I say this a lot, that for the first 25 years we had one guy that was plus 85. That was it. We were basically going out there and just trying to play small ball, put runs on the board, play defense, and just hope our pitchers threw strikes. But this year we got 3 guys plus 85, 1 guy plus 90, and we got at least 13 guys that I know that we can run out there at any time that I would look at and say, that's just as good as about anybody else's middle relief that we're going to get. So there's a lot of confidence, and if something's not going our way, we could go to somebody else immediately.
All right, Coach. Well, it's always good to see you, pick your brain, and see the guys here.
But I appreciate you more than you know, and so do the guys. And again, thanks for having us.
All right, go Patriots.
All right, thanks, brother.